guys, sorry, trying to adjust. Oh, all right, Ozzy off my lap. How's everybody? It's just so awesome to see everybody already in here. Oh, I got the sun. I'm gonna have to switch where I'm sitting. Or there we go. Much better. I have the sun going on in my house here, just super, super bright and joyful. Have you guys noticed that the sun seems like super, super bright than typical? It does to me. I mean, it's like blinding me. I look like gypsy. Yeah, I got my little peasant shirt on. See? Yes, I guess I do look like a gypsy. I'm covering up my grays because I have been dyeing my hair and I just don't feel like dyeing my hair right now. So they're all just like popping out. I call them my wisdom hairs. I really should wear them proudly, right? Well, anyway, okay, so I got my sapphire here. I got my night blade here. What a beautiful day. All my other peeps show up. It's going to be tremendous. Hey, Jay Pittman's on, guys. Say hi to Jay. Oh, my goodness. What a treat. I am so, so happy. I need to wash that gray right out of my hair. One day, guys, I am just going to let it go. I think if my hair goes in white, I would be really happy because I like white hair. And you know, right now that white hair's in. Just saying. So, unless I start blabbing like too much, which I never do that, do I? This will probably be pretty much a shorter video. I have not pulled up any articles. I just wanted to talk to you guys today. That's it. Now, if I can find what I did with what I want to show you guys in a little bit, I'm going to just give some others time, like Phil might stop in. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody this morning with my video. I seriously thought my dentist appointment was today. It's actually tomorrow. Fiber fog. That's why I keep everything in my calendar. But then sometimes I forget to put it in my calendar. Anybody feel my pain? Yeah, my hair doesn't bleach very well. I went with this super, super bright red hair, and I had to have it like really bleached. Oh my gosh. If you saw it before they actually put the red on it, I looked pretty funny. I do have a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to show it to you guys. Hey, Christy, what's up, girl? And my hair literally was the color of a yellow crayon. I'm sorry, crayon. I said that wrong. My husband makes fun of me all the time because it comes out like crown, you know, like CROWN. Night blade. You look like a corpse. Oh my gosh. I have laughed so much this morning that I feel like my abs had a workout. It's on Discord talking to Nightblade and Fool. And oh my goodness, my stomach was just, I can't stop. Well, I have great news, guys. So, you know how I've been working on me, and we've all been talking about what we're all going through and stuff like that. I really feel like now I know I'm like one step or more than one step for that matter, in the right direction. So, you know, of course, I'm still experiencing pain, but it's much, much less. And I have not taken a pain pill late afternoon for the last 3 days. Whoop, whoop. I am so, so happy. Oh, yeah, Jay, everybody would love to see you back. Everybody misses you. And we haven't heard from Mick Effett in forever. So, hey, Mick Effett, if you hear me or see me or whatever, me on YouTube right now, please come over to the Resistance and say hey, I'm still alive, I'm doing well, or whatever it is, because everybody misses you. Um, oh, um, yeah, what Nightblade said. The video that I'm working on is going to be a heavy dump. You guys may, because there's a lot of channels that talk about it in regards to the Bible. And I know you know, Jay, probably a lot about it because you're well studied. So be on the lookout for that video. I'm not quite happy with some of the stuff that I had done yesterday, so I need to do some editing and stuff like that. I just felt like the our wonderful Father in heaven was just saying, look, this has got to be done. And if people accept what they're hearing, great. If they don't, at least I have done exactly what my channel is about, as being a soldier of the watch. And truth will set you free. So I will be getting that video out to you. Thank you, Nightblade, for bringing that up. And it makes me very uncomfortable. But as we know, Jesus doesn't want us uncomfortable or comfortable. Boy, I can't speak right. Okay, replay. Jesus does, he doesn't necessarily want us to just be comfortable, in what we talk about and what we do and blah, blah, blah. He's going to make you uncomfortable. In order for, the message of our wonderful Father in heaven to truthfully be put out there. Hopefully that makes sense. My head's not feeling like it's screwed on straight today. But I'll tell you what, even though I feel a little, I think my allergies is making me feel a little bit more than usual. But otherwise, I feel great, guys. I feel really great. I am so, so happy right now. So speaking of feeling great, I got this from Walmart maybe a couple months ago. I really wasn't using it that much, and I probably should have. This stuff, it may be temporary, but you will get relief if you use it. And it was $5 at Walmart, guys. It's called, if you can't see it too well, I'll just tell you. It says aches and pains, muscle relief. Okay. It's got eucalyptus, wintergreen, and aloe in it. And I'll tell you what, if you're having sinus issues, just the wonderful ingredients it has in it really helps open you up. It's Village Naturals Therapy is the name of the stuff, and it is great. Now, the one thing that I do find, guys, is that when I put it on my calves, if I put too much on it, if you have restless leg syndrome like me, watch the amount you put on. I usually will put like maybe size of the tip of my finger, and just like little by little, if I need to add more, I'll add some more. So exactly, Jay, if Jesus was about being comfortable, he would have stayed in heaven. So the truth. But yeah, so this stuff has been wonderful. This stuff has been helping me. I put it on a couple of times at night. And it really, a cream, is actually helping. So that is good. This morning, I did not have to take my pain medicine right away. I end up taking it. But I've waited until about 8:30 my time to take it. And usually I would have taken it about 6-ish. So, and I was up since 5:30. So that even says great things in what I'm telling you, because 2.5 hours. No, I'm sorry, 3 hours. I can't do math today either. 3 hours before I took the pain pill. If that doesn't, make me happy, there's something wrong with me, right? But definitely praises to our wonderful Father in heaven, because his mercy is great, and I have his strength. That is awesome. I'm sorry. I'm just like so joyful this morning. So let me see what you guys are saying over here as I'm going on this like wild and somewhat not very clear message. Out there today. I swear I did not smoke anything, nor do I have that in my house. Not legal here, at least. I mean, I don't have it in my house. That didn't sound right. Oh gosh, if I'm making you guys laugh, go ahead, laugh. I'd be happy to be laughed out at my expense because I don't know, it brings joy. So let's see what you guys saying here. I hope you guys are all doing well. How's the traveling going, Jay? Oh, you're in Texas. How sweet. I've always wanted to go to Texas. My husband, he's been there a couple times. Well, he drove through there when he was 18. He went on a, what do you call it, a road trip with a few of his guys and his, his boys, his friends. Um, and wild story with that. I'll tell you that in a second. I don't know, it just popped in my head, but he went to Texas a second time when he used to work for Starbucks, and he had to go to, I believe it was Houston, for like a big thing that they did every year. But anyway, since I brought that up, and I'll look more at your comments in a little bit here, my husband believes he had an abduction experience when he went on that road trip with his friends. It was pretty freaky. He had a Camaro. I don't remember what year, but it had a hatchback. And now all the Camaros had hatchbacks, so that'll give you an idea of how old it was. And he was sleeping in the back with where the hatch was, and the guys that were with him, they slept up front and all. He woke up, and his guys, so they were like passed out. They didn't do this, but he woke up and was sprawled out on a picnic table in the wooded area where they had stopped to sleep. It may have been a truck stop, maybe, and there was like woods around it. But anyway, tell me that's not freaky to fall asleep in your hatchback and then wake up sprawled out on a picnic table, cold. I think that happened when he was in Arizona, I think. So it may not have been a wooded. I don't know. It don't matter about the details, but either way, he was passed out on or sprawled out on a picnic table. I would have been like, what? Now, I'll tell you this. My husband back then, he did not have God in his heart. So he, that we were in different places. I used to have weird experiences like that when I was a teenager too. Oh, you can hear the music. I have Native American music playing and some incense. I'm just over here peacing out. Oh, dude, you can laugh at me too. Hey, it makes me happy if I could put a smile, on somebody's face out of my own expense. I'm cool with that. Let's see. What else did I want to share with you guys? Too much. I'm just like so excited that, I've been practicing the whole power of the mind thing because, our Father in heaven has gifted us with this brain that we only, like you've heard me say a gazillion times, use about 10 to 15% of it. And faith is a strong, strong power. So it just goes to show you that me, who I've been on pain medicine for the last few years and stronger stuff within the last year, or actually a year and a half. Yeah. So for me to be down to one pill and actually feel like I may not eat, I may be getting to a point where I can actually back off of it this quickly, guys. Okay. I mean, I just started that just like what, a few days ago. So I think I talked to you guys about it Friday. So I'm very, very happy. And I know that the prayers that you guys have been putting out there for me, they're greatly appreciated. And I know that they are a huge help with me getting better. I know that I'm going to have to deal with a lot of these things my whole life, unless, God willing, he wants to take it off from me. I'm good with that. But I know I have a purpose in this. So it's going to be great if I can use a more natural means to help manage my pain. So, okay. So tell me about these storms. Like, were they super bad? I haven't gone on mainstream news in the last couple of weeks. So I had no idea until Nightblade told me this morning that there had been a person who got shot in Charlotte and was shot by a police officer. Apparently, the story is the guy was informed several times to put the gun down. And sadly, the man ended up having to be, shot. And unfortunately, it was a deadly shot. But, our police officers, our men in uniform, military, not military, whatever, there are bad ones out there. I will say there's bad in any type of group, any type of whatever. Okay. But, that man is putting his life on the line. He could have a family at home just as much as the guy that got shot had a family at home. So what do you expect? If you're not going to put a weapon down when you're told repeatedly to put it down, the inevitable is going to happen. Not only was he protecting his life, he was probably protecting everybody in that place's life as well. My heart goes out to the family that lost their loved one, and my heart goes out to the police officer and anybody else that was there that witnessed it, because it's going to be hard on them, to see a life get taken away. So I think what's important for us guys is just to I can't speak right today. It's so funny. It's just to continue to be compassionate towards others, even the ones that are just ugly as heck to you. Heap even more compassion on that person. One, we don't know what that person's going through, right? Two, we don't know, maybe they're in pain, I mean, that's the same thing. I'm just losing track of my thought. My gosh, you guys are probably like, what is going on with this girl? But I think you get my point. Everybody's going through something. Somebody could have had a horrible, horrible life. Hey, Sapphire again. See the hearts. Big hearts to you. Boom, 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 boom. Gosh, I'm so goofy this morning. If I didn't know it, I would seem like I had smoked something or whatever. Hey, whatever. Anyway, but seriously, I always tried to think that even when I was a teenager, granted, I was, far less mature than now. And, but, I had stuff I was going through, as you know, as a teen, and things weren't the greatest at home. So, I guess and the fact that I'm very empathetic anyway, it was just easy for me to look at a person and go, you know what? I have no idea what's going on at home. Well, why they could be acting the way they're acting and things like that. So, if more people were to share the love with others and be a light, just as scripture says, shine your light before men, and so they can see your good deeds and know it comes from who? Our Father in heaven. If more of us did that, right, and reacted in a state of love and all that wonderful stuff, this world would be such a better place. But unfortunately, the way this world is, it's all about me. That's what it is. And have it your way. And it's become such a narcissistic world. But the good news is there are a lot of people that are like the way I'm talking, that truly shine their light in this dark place, who truly show the love of Christ each and every day. And you know what? It don't really, I mean, I don't mean it the way it's going to sound, but it really doesn't matter if what religion you follow. Just the fact of showing love and light and compassion and joy and all those beautiful things that our Father in heaven created, that would change this world. I see stuff that, that's why I don't go on the mainstream too much, because it's just like so much doom and gloom. But at the same token, want to be realistic, I can't stay in my happy bubble all the time. I mean, I can keep the happiness around me and not let anybody penetrate that with their negativeness. But I do need to see what's going on, because there's things I need to pray about. There's things that I need to do on my end to counter that darkness, right? We know that His light is so pure. His light is so beautiful. His light is everything. It's in everything. It's in us, okay? And we know that darkness cannot hide when that light is shining. And we know that it also pierces it. It always overcomes the darkness, right? So even though this world is getting darker and darker and darker, guys, we still have light warriors. Boom, right? So let's counter that darkness. So one of the things, speaking of counter darkness, that I've been doing for myself, and I definitely recommend for you guys if you haven't already, because I've been talking about this, is changing, and scripture says this, take every thought captive, right? Changing my thoughts. So if a negative thought pops in my head, I'm counteracting that negative thought with a positive thought. And what happens is, eventually you're going to believe it. That's faith, Let me come over before I go on another tangent and see what you guys are talking about over here. Oh, Sapphire, I am honored to share the Father's love. He's been everything to me and has done everything to me, has taken me out of such a dark place and continues to take me out of other dark places when I'm in it. And I can't shout his praises even, more than I do now. He deserves so much more. I can't do it enough is what I'm trying to say. And again, I know I've told you guys this before, but I really, really mean this. I know a lot of you guys tell me all the time how much you appreciate what I've been doing with y'all on here, and that you're blessed, but you have no idea how much you guys bless me. You bless me. I'm getting choked. You bless me greatly. Coming together with you guys, up to 5 times a week with this, what I like to call support group, has helped me so much. You have no idea. I was so depressed and in such a place of darkness, because of being, dealing with the fibromyalgia and things like that, getting frustrated with stuff because I'm unable to do things that I used to be able to do, or just having a bad day would just put me down in the dumps. And being able to talk to like-minded people, being able to share my experience and know that I'm not alone in that, even though I knew I wasn't alone, because the Father says that he would, never forsake us. Jesus reminded that in the New Testament, that he would never forsake us. He would never leave us. But when God places people like you and someone like me life, there's no greater blessing. And I thank you guys so much for that. And I was going to try not to cry, but I'm crying, but it's a joyful cry. You guys are such a blessing to me. And I have to give a shout out to Marfugal once again, because a lot of you guys I know through Marfugal, and I wouldn't have met a lot of you guys had I not joined the Discord. And really, this journey's been absolutely amazing. And I have met the most beautiful people because of Marfugal being obedient to the calling that he feels has been placed on his life. And he's doing really awesome things for the glory of the Father's kingdom. And he truly has a heart for people. I too have a heart for people. And he's what made me start a channel. And I really didn't know what direction to go in. I was doing some research on stuff that, and this older stuff and all. But yeah, so now I have a channel, and now I feel like it's going in a good direction. So I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. And yes, praise our wonderful Father in heaven. And Jay, that's so true. Those of us that know true darkness know true light. We do. My discernment has grown so much just in the last 3 weeks. Praise him again. Because like Jay said, darkness, the light. But let's see. Oh yeah. I mean, like Christy, just like scripture says, where 2 or more are gathered together, there he is. And you can feel his power, his love, his everything, when like-minded people come together and share a word or just talk about him. And I mean, Jesus knew what he was talking about when he said that. And yeah, I miss the old Marfugal Discord too. It's sad how certain individuals can wreck it for so many. But thank goodness, though, that he's still going with it, because people are meeting and are coming together, and to be able to have that support is pretty amazing. But yeah, I don't have too much to say today as far as articles. I am, however, working on that video, which I'm going to put a lot of time in today. I'm also going to make some jewelry today and enjoy the beautiful, beautiful outside today. Not out there right now because silly me did not charge my computer. So that's why I'm sitting on my couch right now. Oh gosh, if I could just remember how to do that, Christy, I could tell you. I haven't been on that side in so so long. And they change things with that because you got to find your state and then you got to actually add it to be like a room for you to go to. I don't know what they call that, but yeah, it's a little hard. Let's see here. Anything else? See, now I said something to my husband like a while back because I always see the moon and sun together. I've seen it for the last few years actually out there together. And he says, "Oh, that's always been that way." I don't remember when I was a kid being able to see the sun and the moon together. I've never ever noticed it. Now maybe I just wasn't very, you know, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but just didn't pay attention to it much. But I mean, I was always looking at the sky though when I was a kid because I always liked to look the shapes of the clouds, and the clouds were so much different. But we know why they were so much different. Skywriting much? Yeah, like yesterday, the sky was such a beautiful blue, guys. I mean, maybe a little bit lighter than this, but it was a very gorgeous blue. And it was clear. And I haven't seen a sky absolutely clear like that in so long. And then they had to go and screw it up all day long, making their little ugly art in the sky. So, yeah, CJ, that's what my husband says. He's always seen it. And I don't remember ever seeing it, but who knows? I mean, I guess it makes sense to be able to see it, especially if it's a nice bright day because the moon reflects off, or I should say, the sun reflects off the moon, right? I was never a great science person. Um, so I guess depending on the position of where the moon is and in relation to where we are and the sun and everything else, so, well, the sun stays in its own spot, but you know what I mean. So I guess it would show in the sky. I don't know. I always thought it was weird too, but this morning, if you guys didn't see it, I had posted like a 4-minute video up, and there's these two stars, but I don't think they're stars. I think they're planets. One that's always in the north, and the other that's in the, I believe it's the east. I'm not good with that stuff either. Talk about the Lord, and I can do that with no problem. But you start, you start getting me on about science, and I'm like, what? But yeah, they're like so big, and and they like twinkle like super. But unfortunately, I don't. When I go to record it on my phone, it doesn't come out the way I see it. So, it's kind of one of those things you have to be here to experience it. But I had started recording. It could have been just totally my eyes, but the one that was in the east, I believe, which is actually behind me, not only was it large, but it almost looked like, and it's going to sound weird, it almost looked like it was like shifting, like distorting. And so I was like, what is going on with that? Now, I did not have my glasses on, but my prescription is not like real bad. I have astigmatism, so I can see without my glasses. But it was whacked. That's my word for the day, by the way. Well, phrase for the day. Nightblade will get this. Wickety whack. Crisscross. Anybody remember crisscross? Jump, 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 jump. Okay. Getting serious again. But it did. It like did this weird thing, but it didn't do it again when I started recording. Go figure. And then I started recording, the other one as well and things like that. And I'll tell you what, it's so neat when I like bring the when I zoom in. Gosh, I can't talk. So it's starting to frustrate me. And you could see the actual round shape of it. I noticed that this morning when I was looking at it. You might, if you haven't seen the video, you can look at it. You might see what I'm talking about. But what was really, really beautiful was the start of the video where you can hear the birds singing. They're always singing throughout the day, but there's something about it at when the sun is rising, and you can hear them welcoming the sun, just welcoming the day, and so joyful sounding. And it's like, wow, we need to do that as humans. We need to just wake up and sing to the day, right? Sing to our Father in heaven, thanking him for another day. It's wonderful. And it was just an amazing morning, and I loved it. And I was happy to share it with you guys. And I wasn't sure if I was going to have to go to the dentist. And here I had the whole day wrong. So tomorrow I have a dentist appointment. Let's see what time it is, so I can let you guys know when to expect me. And I'm going to be hopping off shortly. I just enjoy the time I have with you guys so much. Let's see here. If y'all live near me, I'd say, come on over for a hot tub party. I love my hot tub. That was a blessing. That was such a blessing from above. He knew what was going to happen. He knew my disability was going to be canceled and I couldn't go to the aquatic center anymore. All right. So it is in the morning. So either I will do an afternoon live if I can, or I will be taking the day off tomorrow. It all depends. So I usually like to, post it early on, what time I'm going to be coming on. Hopefully YouTube is giving you a notification on that. Let me know if you're not. And we'll just see how tomorrow goes. How's that sound, guys? Not sure if I'm going to be on or not Friday. I just may. Maybe I can convince my family to come on and say hi. But my husband's off that day, and so is my son, and my family. My family comes first. So, well, Papa comes first, then my family, but you get what I mean. So let me just come over here before I head out, just see what you guys are saying. Hey, real quick, has anybody else felt this way? I know one of my friends said that they felt this way too, but I have been like starving Marvin, okay? I can't get enough to eat. It's like craziness. And I don't want to like pig out, I want to lose weight, not gain weight. But I'm wondering if anybody else is feeling that way. So let's see what you guys are saying. So that would be awesome to do a meetup where you travel. Jay, that would be incredible. You should reach out to her. I think she would love that. Yeah, I've always been fascinated by the sky too, Sapphire, since I was, as long as I can remember. And let's see here. Wow. You saw a bright flash on the moon last night, Jay? I am so sorry. My allergies are driving me nuts. My nose is itching. John X channel, I had jumped on real quick when he was on live, and he was doing some type of moon thing, I guess with maybe his night vision goggles. I'm not sure. But you could see shadows going across the moon. I don't know if it was clouds or what, but it was pretty cool looking. Sapphire says she's seen the stars blue flickering for a week. Wow. Oh yeah, at Christy, our access has changed. We've shifted a great deal. So I think that's I know that's a big reason, other than other reasons, of weather change in places. I mean, there's places that they got snow that is like really unusual for them. We got snow in April. I mean, that is unusual for us. It's not that we don't get snow in North Carolina. We do, but it waited our first snowfall, and hopefully last for this, or at least for this time period, um, was the beginning of April, right in the beginning. I think it was April 2nd, maybe, that we got snow. Yeah. I'm like, hello, we just hit spring and we're getting snow. Like, that's something I've seen in New Jersey when I lived there, but not as long as I've lived here. Not that I've lived here super long, but in the at least the 10, 11 years that I've lived here, I've never seen that. Um, let's see. My solar was making power in the moon. Oh, wow, Jay. Your solar was making power in the moon light the other night. That makes me wonder just how powerful the sun is, if you know what I mean. I mean, we know it's powerful, but it seems a heck of a light brighter than usual. Like, I mean, usually I have to wear sunglasses, but not as much as I really need to wear sunglasses now. It seems like I can't even like be even a second in it without having to put something over my eyes. It's that bright. And I don't mean to sound like over dramatic. I'm just saying it's like blinding bright. So it makes me wonder, you know. Let's see. Gosh, I don't want to leave you guys, but I don't really have too much to talk about unless you guys bring stuff up in here, and then I'll have a conversation with you about it. It all depends. You want me to stay on? I'll stay on. Give me a why to stay on another 5 to 10 minutes, and I will. And an N for no, if you don't. So I'm enjoying your comments. Yeah, see, now I've seen some red flickering um, with stars myself. Very high in the sky. I'm just reading your comments here. Yeah, it's funny you put that microphone on there, Sapphire. Well, you probably already know because I I love singing worship. So let's see here. You're in Charleston, Sapphire? How cool is that? One of my favorite places. I'm right outside of Charlotte, so I'm only a few hours away from you. Yeah, and it's kind of funny because what if I keep that part in there, the video that I've been working on, um, I kind of mentioned the whole pork thing, with the clean and unclean foods. Yeah, I mean, my stomach is growling. And I ate good. I tried to make a good choice, so I went and grabbed cantaloupe and I ate cantaloupe. And I'm looking around to make sure I put it back in the fridge. I like my cantaloupe chilled. And yeah, I did. And then I had a hash brown. This was after already eating my breakfast this morning. Well, I mean, it was a bowl of cereal, so it wasn't anything huge, but still, you know. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna write those scriptures down. I always like checking it out. I'm actually in Acts right now. One of the scriptures, maybe that's one that you've named in there. I think it was Matthew about, you know, the birds trusting for the Lord to provide. You know, they know that there is going to be food for them, in the morning and all that wonderful stuff. You were born in Charlotte, Sapphire? That's cool. I love it here. I really love it here. If I were to move, I do want to move to Virginia Beach because my in-laws live there. But to be honest with you, I would definitely miss being here because there's to me there's nothing like it now until this horrible skywriting they've been doing, which seems to be even more so than usual. um I always appreciated the skies here is so much different than the Jersey smog. Hey Jay, have you visited Jersey? Are you going to visit Jersey? Or are you like me and say, who really wants to visit Jersey? And yep. And my girl, Nightblade, she's only a few hours from me as well. Oh, Sapphire, our friend Fool, lives in Colorado. Oh, there's Raven. Hey, how you doing, Raven? I'm actually going longer than I intended to, but you guys have been talking about all sorts of cool stuff in the chat, so I've just been joining in. Plus, I'm procrastinating right now to get anything that I plan to get done. And Jay, very valid point. With GMO, it is all unclean, and we all know that that's a big reason for why a lot of us are dealing with fibromyalgia and um, autoimmune issues and cancer and you name it. How's the prices at Whole Foods, Sapphire? Because I've never been in there. I just figured because where I see a Whole Foods, it's more in the richer areas. So I just figured their prices are pretty high. That's the problem is like if you want to eat really, really good, and I do get stuff at Walmart, but if you really want to eat super good, half the time you got to spend out the wazoo to get good stuff. Um, all the bad stuff is the cheaper stuff. Go figure, right? I'm sure that wasn't unplanned. Yeah, Christy, what state are you in again? So I know my other friend is in Oklahoma, and she had mentioned that. Well, I'm gonna have to go to Whole Foods. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna check them out. I always like. I don't know if you have one of them, but and they wish it was closer. But Trader Joe's, I like Trader Joe's. Yeah. I guess it's because of the process Sapphire, because they have to dehydrate it and all, I guess is what their argument is. Earth Fair. I think we might have an Earth Fair here too. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a while. I'm gonna have to check it out. Doing the Lewis and Clark Trail. How cool. I would love to do that, Jay. I know that my husband and my son would too. Just drive cross country. It's super awesome. I wouldn't mind getting a dehydrator and dehydrating fruits myself. Um, but there's something I was going to say before I got going because I'm going to have to get going. As sad as I am about it, I'm going to have to get going. Um, Stay away from Walmart. Yeah, I don't like them too much either, but there's some stuff I have to go there for. Um, I like to go to Costco and we get these big giant although I'm not too fond of their company. But this big giant pack of steaks, and when you break it down for like a family of 3, because my mom, she just likes eating everything that's bad for you. She never wants to eat what I cook. And I'm not a bad cook, okay? But especially the steaks, that's my husband's turf. But we get that, and we could get 3 to 4 meals out of that. Because honestly, as much as I love food, I really don't eat a lot. I eat like probably about that big of a size piece of steak. But granted, because of the Sjogren's, it's hard to chew. So unless I get a fillet, I'm going to be chewing there for like a whole time. Oh, I do want to give you guys a heads up. I don't know how your dentists are in your neck of the woods, but when we moved down here, we were recommended a dentist who I have again now, who I love. They're not crooks, they're wonderful. But our insurance was out of network. And so we went and found another dentist that was in network. Well, these guys are crooks. Let me tell you something. I got Sjogren's. I got to make sure that my teeth are okay. You can get mouth cancer, all sorts of stuff. And caries, which is from the dry mouth, can cause a lot of cavities and stuff like that. So, they had done a whole workup when I went for my first checkup with them, and it was just a laundry list of you need this, 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 this. Nothing on there saying that if you want to, we can do this kind of thing. So they said I had all sorts of cavities in my mouth, right? They had filled 2 on this side, but I had a whole bunch more, right? According to them. Well, we left them because they were charging us an arm and a leg every time we kept coming in there. I had to pay like $300, and I can't afford that. I went back to my old dentist. I didn't get anything else done on my teeth because I just couldn't afford it. And I had like a lot more cavities still supposedly needed to be done. When I went back to our old one, I have one tiny cavity. So those people were pulling crap. So just, make you guys aware. There's a lot of, unfortunately, doctors, dentists, things like that, that just want to make money off of you. Um, if something don't seem right, go somewhere else and get it checked out. I'm pretty ticked off. So, but I am very happy because I have one tiny cavity and it's right in the front tooth. And yes, so that's going to be awesome. But I'm got to go myself, Raven. Going to give you guys my love. You know how much I love you guys. Jay, I was so happy to see you on the live chat. Come visit us again. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. If not, guys, I'll either chat with you guys Friday or it'll be Monday. So, all right. Well, Danielle, Celestial Piper of Soldier of the Watch. Peace out. Much love. Mwah. Bye now.